In these days of doom and gloom, of high prices, of food going up, of energy costing a fortune, of taxes being taken from you left, right and centre, wouldn't it be great if there was a little and very simple thing that you could do that would send a big message to these parties, these Conservative parties, the Labour parties, the Lib Dems, the Greens, the political people, and say, do you know what? We do not comply with the things that you're asking us to do. Now, this isn't about sort of mass disobedience. This isn't about going and protesting. This isn't about making a big stir. It's something very simple and very benign. And yet, of course, it would send a message. And of course, if you did this, you could walk down the street with your head held up high, your chin up, your chest thrust forward, and a large wry smile on your face. And it's all thanks to one of my viewers who sent the idea in. He said, please don't give away my name and address in case the authorities come and take me away, which I'm sure they won't. But it's a very simple little thing. And if lots of people did it, imagine hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands, or 1,000,000 people did it, it would make a huge difference and would send a very important message. So what is this great idea, I hear you cry? Well, it's very simple. In the UK, there are everybody's name and address who've ever voted before will be on the electoral roll. Now, this is very useful to political parties because they will use that to get in touch with you, to send you their message, to send you more of their lies and try and convince you to be joining their party or at least voting for them at the next election. But simply, what would happen if you write to the Conservative Party, the Labour Party, the Lib Dems and the Greens, or any other party that you're dissatisfied, or all of them together, and just simply say, dear sir, would you mind removing my name and address and my email address from your mailing list? In other words, please remove all my contact details from you. Now, they have to do that if you request it by the data protection regulations. So they would have to remove you. It means that they couldn't contact you directly and persuade you, for whichever way they like to, that their party is best. Imagine the marketing department going, oh, hang on a minute, instead of having hundreds of thousands or millions of people that we can contact you on mass advertising through the door directly to them, we've had that reduced because hundreds of thousands of these people have said, take us off the mailing list. Well, can you imagine the panic that would ensue? They'd be going, oh my goodness, people would have to rely on television, which of course we know is all full of lies, and more people are saying no to the mainstream media. More and more people are saying no to the BBC and the licence fee and saying, actually, I'd rather not have it. There's so much delightful content on YouTube and some of these other channels, Rumble and Odyssey and Brand New Tube and the like. So why would I need of course there's Netflix and Amazon Prime and all these others as well. So why do I need all this nonsense from the mainstream media and particularly from the BBC? So people aren't necessarily believing that. And we've all seen that newspapers, of course, have their huge bias as well. And so these messages from the political parties being thrust into the newspapers may not reach as many people than would be direct marketing. But if they don't have your email address, they don't have your physical home address, they can't contact you. They can't barrage you with more of the lies. So it's very simple. You just go online, you go to the party and you just say ever so politely, ever so kindly, would you remove me, please, from your mailing list? Very much appreciated. Imagine the panic that would ensue. Oh, it's another way of us, the little people who actually own the power because there's more of us than them, getting our own back on these political parties that are no longer listening to us. They're no longer taking any notice of what actually we want, and they're thrusting down us all the lies and all the rubbish and all their own ideas, such as 15-minute cities and digital IDs and central bank digital currencies, and locking you down when the new lockdown measures come in, and sending away our rights to the WHO, the World Health Organization, and saying our sovereignty's gone, we'll have to do what they do. Well, the more that we can say, actually, do you know what? we're not interested in you lot anymore. You're irrelevant. We've taken our name and address off your mailing list, and so you can't contact us. So there you go. Thanks very much, and goodbye, political parties. Until you get your act together and you actually do something for us, we're just not interested.